Sometimes it is only through our deepest pain. Sometimes it is only through our most excruciating guilt that we find the strength within ourselves to change. Let me put things in perspective for you guys. It was only 8 years ago that I was living the American dream in sunny, beautiful Southern California. And for the 2 years I lived there, I was what I like to call an urban survivalist. See, but everybody else called me homeless. See, I didn't just jump on a Greyhound and decide to travel 2,000 miles away from everybody I knew and everybody I loved just to be homeless. Oh no. See, I had big plans. I had huge dreams. I was going to be an interstate, door-to-door magazine salesman. And I was going to be the best magazine salesman this country has ever seen. But let me be honest here. See, most of my life I've been a runner. When things got tough, I got to running. And at this particular point in my life, I was running from an extremely unforgivable heroin addiction. So it's no surprise that I finally made it, that I finally ran myself into the gutter. See, at first I panicked. I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't know what to do. But then things got a little bit easier. And to this day, people still say I'm a little crazy, but I learned to love it. I grew to love it. I mean, why wouldn't I? I was absolutely 100% free from any and all responsibilities. I didn't have a time to go to sleep. I didn't have a time to wake up. I didn't have to worry about if my boss was going to have some sort of mental breakdown and take it out on his employees like my boss does today. I didn't have to worry about how I was going to pay my bills or buy my groceries. I didn't have to worry about where I was going to sleep at night because wherever I laid my head was my home. You see, I truly was a rolling stone. When I got hungry, there was a church I could have went to every single day of the week to get a bag of groceries. See, I was a self-proclaimed treasure hunter. And the garbage was my loot. I was a professional dumpster diver. Any one of my homeless friends could ask me for anything, and I would have got it for them. Not because I just thought, well, maybe I can. Not because I just believed that I could. I knew I would. Without a shadow of a doubt in my heart, without a shadow of a doubt in my soul, I knew I was going to find it. Some people might call that faith. But see, that's a different story for a different time. When I wanted a hot pizza, all I had to do was call my local pizza joint 1 hour before they closed and place an order for pickup. And then when I didn't show, most of the time, it was in their garbage, hot and ready, still in the box. See, I never said what I did was right, but I was an urban survivalist. When I wanted dessert, Krispy Kreme's dumpster, 6 a.m., right after they threw out yesterday's fresh donuts, still in the box. When I wanted clean clothes, laundromat dumpster. When I wanted little knickknacks for my camps, Big Lots, dollar store dumpster. When I wanted money, and I did, hotels, motels, apartment complex dumpsters. See, that's where I found the most plastic bottles and cans. I didn't recycle glass, it was too heavy, and I didn't have a car. And I didn't have the humility, like my friends, to stand on the ramp of the freeway with a sign that read, homeless and hungry. Speaking of my friends, let me tell you about them. To this day, some of the most genuine people I've ever met. These people will give you the shirts off their backs, literally. Whatever we thought we were, whoever we thought we were, had all been stripped away until we were left with just us. See, we couldn't hide behind what we did for a living. We couldn't hide behind how much money we made. All we had was us. So if I loved it so much, if my friends were so amazing, and I was having such a great time, why did I leave? My daughter, Katiana, was born June 9th, 2006, to her homeless mother. My son, Anthony, was born June 16th, 2006, to his homeless mother. 7 days apart. There wasn't much to do when you're homeless, I guess. Anthony, 3 months premature, 1 pound, 10 ounces. Anthony spent 3 months in NICU, all because he was positive for methamphetamines. All because I allowed that to happen. It was at that moment that everything stopped being all about me. Never mind the fact that my mother sat up every single night crying and praying to God that I wasn't dead. Never mind the fact that when anybody asked my sister about her brother, asked my parents about their son, asked my grandparents about their grandson, never mind the fact that they all lied to save themselves the humiliation they called me. You see, when I had my kids, I finally realized I was a failure. When I had my kids, I finally realized that I was nothing in this world. I wasn't a father. I wasn't a son. I was nobody. I was selfish. In the end, I lost my kids. But here I am, 8 years later. So what I want you guys to do, what I'm begging you guys to do, that if you're not happy where you're at, if you think there was one more place, one more level you guys can get to, I want you guys to do it. I don't want you guys just to think you can do it. I don't want you guys just to believe you can do it. I want you guys to know you can do it. I want you guys to know without a shadow of a doubt that you can do it and nobody is going to stop you. Nobody. I want you guys to roll through this life like a steamroller. I want you guys to barrel through this life like a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to leave you guys with one thing. The only one that can ever stop you, the only one that could ever let anybody stop you, is you. That's it. You guys have a devil on one shoulder, an angel on the other. And I know this from experience. We all have it. And the one that prevails, the one that comes out on top, is the one you feed the most. So if you got a life full of negativity, get rid of it. Get rid of it. It'll bring you down.